see, India has always survived and celebrated via frugalness and very intelligent way of using everything to the best things. For example, this dhoti is completely half naked, no? But it is a clothing but which has a great style, and it gives you all the air and whatnot. Look at Indian clothing, how comfortable it is, more comfortable than even the Japanese, because it works with climate, etc. Now look at the turban and a dhoti, and you go to the well and you can take out that long thing and you can take a little pot and go down and bring the water, or you spread it at night, or you cover yourself. How many ways you can use it? And I think this is Indianness. Indianness is ingeniously find several ways of using the same thing very efficiently. The lota which Charles James talked so much about, I think these are all Indian. Now, that is Indian mind. Indian mind is ingenious. Indian mind says, if I can do this, can I do something else? That's where we get confused also. But they will always say 1 plus, not just 1. In everything, look at the mathematics, look at language, look at everything else. There's always something added. Now that something added is that extra joy. And I think that is where the ingenuity is seen. Music, you look at it. Why, it should be compared with jazz only, and why not like this? How is it that it's time bound? But in time bound, each gharana can sing differently. Same notes, but you can play differently. Theatre, that whole theatre with Ram Leela, you are going in a cross like this, in 4 places you find a king here and a ordinary fellow here and a ministers here and public here, and you go in time and space over a long time. You can do it in 20 minutes, you can do it in 2 months. How come? And you are formally separate, but informally you are close by. It's not centric. The Greek theatre is centric, focused. Indian plan is not centric. The whole idea is, if it is a sustainable building, it should use everything which is available from almost west. And all this is done by the local people. This is all done. I told them, just do what you like. I gave them pieces, so they wanted, this is Amitabh Bachchan for them. So this is where you enter. Very small, inconspicuous entrance, Not, not a royal entrance, no portico, nothing, a little courtyard. It's like a domestic entrance. And the entrance here is even like that, you know, it's very simple. I was thinking, why should an office be like an office? Why should I not only have an office only for myself but close at 5? Why can't it become a public space? So you're talking about public and private, form versus formlessness, growth and other things, and yet it has to be a studio. And then you talk about partly above, partly below ground. All this happened. I think now you can shoot my granddaughter. Let us see my darling daughter. I had made this building by chance, the extension. That building happened because I had to make this into non-agricultural land. And so I had to find something. Yeah. So the neighbor had only curved sheets. So I said, overnight, let me make the curved sheets and make a plan. So I made a plan and I made the roof and I got my stamp. But then I said, my God, how nice this is. So always there are clues. We must be aware to use them. So you can get the sense of all these spaces. And these buildings insert into this, as if that this building is going in. It moves like this. And this is, you can see the old sample. And it's north-south. And then I get a very big garden here. Again, this is against Vastu. This is west. And this is south. So one Vastu chap came here and he saw this. He says, are you going to have some trouble? I said, no. He says, you never had any problem? I said, no. In fact, I have been successful. After a month, he comes back and says, you are right. This is where Dhirubhai Ambani's entrance is. This is Vastu. I said, why don't I make a village? And that's what I like, a tree, a garden, the steps. And that's how it began to happen. And then one day I made those arches and then became everything. And again, it has all the West products. It has China mosaic, which was never used before. It has Gaudi, it has Wright, everything is there. It is like a good food that you enjoy, which is done by the best chefs, but you are the one who is digesting this, and you have to convert that into your blood and your life. And what I do is only follow this biological order. Borrow everything and finally become yourself. And that Gandhiji's idea that, look, open the windows but see that your roof is not blown out. Your foundations have to be strong. So you have to be deep inside an Indian who is frugal, who can invent, who can take a chance, and who can starve. There is a student here from Stuttgart, who is working here, and I was talking her about Indianness, and she mentioned something very interesting. She says, Indianness is in riding in the bus or in the train. In the train, there are no windows which are closed. You are in a journey and the air is flowing all the time, everywhere, and you are partly inside and partly outside. I think that is India. And not only but this way, physically, philosophically also. We are very ambiguous, more or less. I may come, I may not come.